Hi everybody, it's Michael. I promised you 2 episodes this month, and since Burns Night is coming up, I thought you might enjoy this. It's a wee production of Shanter that myself and my pal Mitch Bain have put together. Mitch has scored this episode, and he'll be scoring all the episodes of Scotland from now on, which is really cool. I hope you'll enjoy this wee tale of ghasts and ghouls. Keep your eyes in the feed for another episode this month, which is a wee bit more romantic. When Chapman Billies leave the street, and Drouthy neighbours meet, as market days are wearing late and folk begin to tack the gate, while we sit boozing at the nappy, and getting foo and unca happy, we think now on the long Scots miles, the mosses, waters, slaps and stiles, that lie between us and our hame, where sits our sulky sullen dame, gathering her brows like a gathering storm, nursing her wrath to keep it warm. This truth fand honest Shanter, as he frae air I night did canter, all dare whom ne'er a town surpasses, for honest men and bonny lasses. O Tam, hadst thou but been sae wise, as ta'en thy ain wife Kate's advice, she told thee well thou was a skellum, a blethering, blustering, drunken blellum, that frae November till October, aye market night thou wasna sober, that ilka milder with a miller, thou sat as lang as thou had siller, that every naig was cad a shoe on, the smith and thee got rown and foo on, that at the Lord's house even on Sunday thou drank wi' Curtin Jean till Monday. She prophesied that late or soon thou wad be found deep drowned in Doon, or catched wi' warlocks in the mirk, by Alloway's old haunted kirk. Ah, gentle dames, it guards me greet, to think how mony counsels sweet, how mony lengthened sage advices the husband frae the wife despises. But to our tale, I market night, Tam had got planted unco right, fast by an angle bleezing finely, where Reeman sats that drank divinely, and at his elbow, Suitor Johnny, his ancient, trusty, drouthy crony. Tam loved him like a very brother, they'd been fou for weeks together. The night drave on with sangs and clatter, and aye the ale was growing better. The landlady and Tam grew gracious, with favours secret, sweet and precious. The suitor told his queerest stories, the landlord's laugh was ready chorus. The storm without might rear and rustle, Tam didna mind the storm a whistle. Care, mad to see a man sae happy, e'en drowned himself amang the nappy. As bees flee hame wi' lades o' treasure, the minutes winged their way wi' pleasure. Kings may be blessed, but Tam was glorious, o'er all the ills o' life victorious. But pleasures are like poppies spread. You seize the flower, its bloom is shed, or like the snow falls in the river, a moment white, then melts forever. Or like the borealis race, that flit ere you can point its place. Or like the rainbow's lovely form, vanishing amid the storm. Nae man can tether time nor tide, the hour approaches, Tam maun ride, that hour o' night's black arch the keystane, that dreary hour he mounts his beast in, and sick a night he tacks the road in, as near poor sinner was abroad in. The wind blew, 'twad blown its last, the rattling showers rose on the blast, the speedy gleams the darkness swallowed, loud, deep and lang the thunder bellowed. That night a child might understand, the deil had business on his hand. Wheel mounted on his grey mare Meg, a better never lifted leg, Tam skelp it on through dub and mire, despising wind and rain and fire, whilst holding fast his gib blue bonnet, whilst crooning o'er some old Scots sonnet, whilst glowering round with prudent cares lest bogles catch him unawares. Kirk Alloway was drawing nigh, where ghaists and hoolits nightly cry. By this time he was crossed the ford, where in the snow the chapman snored, and past the birks and meikle stane, where drunken Charlie braks neck bane, and thro' the winds and by the cairn where hunters found the murdered bairn, and near the thorn aboon the well where Mungo's mother hanged hersel. Before him doon pours all its floods, the Dublin storm roars through the woods, the lightnings flash frae pole to pole, near and more near the thunders roll, when glimmering thro' the groaning trees Alloway seemed in a blaze. Through ilka bore the beams were glancing, and loud resounding mirth and dancing. Inspiring bold John Barleycorn, what dangers thou canst make us scorn. Wi' Tippany we fear no evil, wi' Ushka Bay we'll face the devil. The swats say reamed in Tammy's noddle, fair play, he cardna deals a boddle. But Maggie stood right sair astonished, till by the heel and hand admonished, she ventured forward on the light, and wow, Tam saw an uncouth sight. Warlocks and witches in a dance, nae cotillon Brent knew frae France, but hornpipes, jigs, strathspeys and reels put life and metal in their heels. A winnock bunker in the east, there sat old Nick in shape o' beast, a towsy tyke, black, grim and large. To gie the music was his charge, he'd screwed the pipes and gart them skirl, to roof and rafters a' did dirl. Coffins stood round like open presses that showed the deed in their last dresses, and by some devilish cantrip slight, each in its called hand held a light, by which heroic Tam was able to note upon the holy table a murderer's banes and gibbet airns, twa span lang wee unchristened bairns, a thief new cutted for a rape, wi' his last gasp his gab did gape. 5 tomahawks wi' blood red rusted, 5 scimitars wi' murder crusted, a garter which a babe had strangled, a knife a father's throat had mangled, whom his ain son of life bereft, the grey hairs yet stuck to the heft, wi' mair o' horrible and awful, which even to name would be unlawful. 3 lawyers' tongues turned inside out, wi' lies seemed like a beggar's clout. 3 priests' heart rotten, black as muck, lay stinking vile in every nuke. As Tammy glowered amazed and curious, the mirth and fun grew fast and furious. The piper loud and louder blew, the dancers quick and quicker flew. They reeled, they set, they crossed, they cleek it, till ilka carlin swat and reek it, and coosed their duddies to the work, and link it at it in her sark. Now Tam, oh Tam, had they been quines, all plump and strapping in their teens, their starks, instead of creashy flainin', had been snow white 1700 linen. Their breeks o' mine, my only pair, the ends were plush o' gid blue hair. I would ha' gien them off my hurdies for a blink o' the bony birdies. But withered beldams, old and droll, rig woody hags would spain a fall, louping and flinging on a crummock. I wondered in a turn my stomach. But Tam kent what was fou brawly. There was I winsome wench in Wally that night enlisted in the corps, lang after kenned on Carrick shore. For mony a beast to dead she shot, and perished mony a bonny bow, and shook baith meikle corn and bear, and kept the countryside in fear. Her cutty sark o' paisley horn, that while a lassie she had worn in longitude though sorely scanty, it was her best and she was vanity. Ah, little kenned thy reverend granny, that cirque she coughed for her wee nanny, with twa pund Scot, her only riches, wad e'er graced a dance o' witches. But hear my muse, her winged maun cower, sick flights are near beyond her power, to sing how Nanny lap and flang a supple jade she was in strang, and how Tam stood like ane bewitched, and thought his very een enriched. Even Satan glowered and fidget full fain, and hoached and blew wi' might and main, till first a caper, sign and nether, Tam tint his reason altogether, and roars out, "Weel done, cutty sark!" And in an instant, all was dark, and scarcely had he Maggie rallied, when out the hellish legion sallied, as bees bizz out wi' angry fyke, when plundering herds assail their bike and open pussy's mortal floors, when pop she starts before their nose, as eager runs the market crowd, when catch the thief resounds aloud, so Maggie runs the witches follow, when moany and eldritch screech and hollow. Ah Tam, thou get thy faring, in hell they'll roast thee like a herring. In vain thy Kate awaits thy coming, Kate soon be a woeful woman. Now do thy speedy utmost, Meg, and win the keystone of the brig. There at them thou tail may toss, a running stream they darena cross. But ere the key stain she could make, the faint a tail she had to shake, for Nanny far before the rest, hard upon noble Maggie pressed, and flew at Tam with furious ettle, but little wist she Maggie's mettle. Spring brought off her master hail, but left behind her ain grey tail, the carlin caught her by the rump, and left poor Maggie scarce a stump. While this tale of truth shall read, ilk man and mother's son take heed, when ere to drink you are inclined, or cutty sarks run in your mind, think ye may buy the joys o' dear, remember Tam o' Shanter's mare. From Be Quiet Media, you've been listening to Scotland. This episode was a production of Tam o' Shanter by Robert Burns. It was read and sound designed by me, Michael Park, and the score was by the Human Quandary, Mitch Bain. Thanks to Leanne Milne for her help in the production of this episode, and thanks to you for listening. Find out more about the show on our website, thisisscotland.co, and get in touch with any feedback you have for us on Twitter. We're at Be Quiet Media, or we're on Facebook if you search for Scotland, Scottish History Podcast.